Hello, this is Ed Mitchell, and today we're going to look at how to create a new project in PubWorks. So exactly what is a project in PubWorks? Well, a project is any event where you want to track cost and work in a quick overview. This can be a special funding event, it can be a disaster event such as FEMA, and it can be anything special that you want to monitor. For example, it may be tracking the cost for that 4th of July parade that the mayor asked you to clean up after. It could be a chip seal event, it can be the snow plow event, or anything special that you want. So you can be quite creative with this. Some of today's topics are how to create a new project, estimated cost versus actual cost, tracking linked activities, and managing project information. So now let's go to a demo and see how all this is done. So now let's add a project. So we go to PubWorks Data, and from PubWorks Data we go down to Projects, and here under Projects we see the Add button, and we go to Add, and notice that there are yellow fields and white fields. The yellow fields are the ones that are required. The white fields are all optional. So I'm going to give this a project number and give this CS 2014 Babbitt, and the name will reflect the something that's a little bit more commonly known, and this is Chip Seal Babbitt Lane 2014. So this is the chip seal project on Babbitt Lane in the year 2014. I'm going to give it an estimated cost down here in the lower left of $900,000. And then I'm going to save this. Now what else can I do here? Well, one of the things I may want to do is attach a document, and if I do, I'll go to the More button, and here I will go to Add New, and I will browse to where I have a document, and I believe I've got something under Attachments. Have the chip seal contract for the project, and so I'm just going to attach it so it's always available and easily found. And I'm just going to put here chip seal bid document, and it'll automatically fill in the date, and I'm going to save this and then save this and close this out. And now I also want to perhaps at this point add some work, or you can add work later, but since we're in the process of showing you this all at one time, we'll just go to some work and make it part of this project. So I have a couple items which are already in the system, and I'm going to attach them to the project. So I'll go here to PubWorks Data, and first of all I'm going to the daily activity, and in the daily activity I have that the Brock White Company did some asphalting on this project, and so it's already in, but down here under project name it's not linked to any project. So I'm going to go up here to my Edit button, go back down here to the lower left to the project name, and I'm going to select the chip seal Babbitt Lane project, and I'm going to save this. And likewise I have a crew activity, so I'm going to go here to crew activity, and here I had the pothole crew out doing some work, and this again is all related to the project, and right now the lower left there is no project linkage. So I'm going to go up here to Edit, and I'm going to go back down to project name, chip seal, and then I am going to save this. And now if I go back to my project, so PubWorks Data, Projects, I'm going to go to the project list view, and I will see here the chip seal project, and here I have the information that I have so far put into the system. Now at this time you're looking at this project record here, and you may notice that the More button has a little asterisk by it, so that means that I have something there, and if I want to see what that is I just click on it, and this is the chip seal document, and if I want to I could just display that, and it's going to show that document, and I could browse it if I want to. Likewise, I have a asterisk by the activity log, so I could just go back to the activity. And so if one of these activities, let's say the crew activity, I had used some additional equipment or additional materials or something like that, I could add it at this point by just going to edit and adding that. Also note that on the record, whether it's a crew activity or a individual daily activity, I can go down here to the project in the lower left and notice that the project name is in blue and is underlined. Anytime in PubWorks you see a blue underlined name, that is a link to that item. So if I just click on that, it's going to automatically bring me back to the project, and here is the information on that project again. So now let's look at this project record again. Notice that I have the original estimated cost of $900,000 here in the lower left. If I go back up here to the right and see cost to date, I have employee cost, equipment cost, material cost, and contractor cost. And all those come from my activity records. These items total up to the cost to date here in this bottom center of $60,247. And right now I still have $839,000 left. And these are calculated fields, the ones in blue right here. If I have a percent completion, let's say I estimate that this is 8% completed, so I just put in the 8 and it shows that my expected cost is $753,000. So if you have a good idea of how much the project is along in terms of percentage, this will give you a good idea as to whether you're going to be over or under budget when you finish. As you go along with the project, you're going to probably want to generate reports to present to management or to the selectmen or whoever the supervising board is. So I can either go to reports here under projects, or I can go to reports up here at the ribbon at the top here. I'm just going to do the reports straight from the project here though, and so go to project cost reports. And you'll see here that you have quite a number of available options. So I'm just going to pick that I'm going to do a task cost summary, and I'm going to go down here and say that I want to see the chip seal project. If it is a multi-year or multi-month project and I want it by month or by year, I could filter by that, but since I just started this, I'm going to just go with OK here. And here is what I get. So this shows me, in this case, it's a task summary, so it shows the different tasks that have been done. Cost, whether it's labor, equipment, material, or contractor cost. It gives you a little graph showing where the money is being spent, and also breakdown by labor, materials, etc. If this was a FEMA project, then FEMA projects, you want to do a comprehensive detail, and you want to go down here in the lower right and use the FEMA rates. And if you do that, then it will generate a report that you can submit to FEMA that has a great deal of breakdown showing every item that you've used. At this point, we've sort of gone over the basics of entering a project. There is a number of things more that you can do on the project record, such as, let's go back to the chip and seal, such as having in additional details. You can have lots of information in terms of notes and code issues, things like that. Again, you can have more documents attached, photographs, things like that. So this is a very comprehensive yet simple and easy to use method of keeping track of items that you want to be able to quickly go back and get a summary of everything that's been done. We want to thank you for joining us today, and if you have any questions about this or any other support questions, please call support at 888-920-0380 extension 2, or email support at support@pubworks.com. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye.